everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know some of you have been waiting for this look. I promised you a full glam holiday makeup look, but I'll do you one better. This is an all drugstore full glam holiday makeup look. You can see I incorporated a lot more cool tones, which I don't normally use, but I think it's perfect for like a wintry holiday season. I did a lot of drugstore makeup shopping and picked up more than I needed. I picked up like 4 eyeshadow palettes, including these guys from Milani. Such gorgeous colors. I didn't use them for this look, but I'm saving them for something more neutral, more everyday, so look out for more drugstore videos on my channel. So I'm gonna try my best not to talk too much in this video. Let's hop right into it. All right, foundation. Now, I have a hard enough time finding the right foundation shade in like medium and high or mid and high end foundations, and drugstore is extra hard for me just because they have a smaller range of shades. So I'm gonna mix two, not because of the formula, but because of the color. So the Revlon ColorStay Whipped is a really good one. I've used this before and I really like it. I have it in the color Natural Tan, which is too light for me. And then we have the FitMe Matte and Poreless, which is really good. This is nice and olive, it's just too dark for me. So I'm gonna use the Revlon, the Whipped ColorStay with just a couple of drops of this to darken it up. So I am exceptionally pale right now, I just realized, so I'm definitely gonna try to warm up my complexion a little bit. So I'm just gonna go in and pat this into my skin. Turned out to be a nice blend mixing those two together. Ugh, really? Is this ugly freaking hair elastic on? I haven't been getting much sleep lately, so please excuse any unusual behavior. Actually, I'm just gonna use this ugly hair elastic to just put my hair back, might as well. Now again, since this is a full glam look, I'm just gonna go for it and do 2 concealers because one has that nice apricot tone because I have some darkness under my eyes right now. So I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the number 25. This, like I said, has that slightly orange tone to it, so it'll cancel out this mild darkness I've got here. And then I'm gonna go in and brighten with the other concealer. I know this doesn't look quite orange to you guys on camera, but it oxidizes to like a little bit of a darker color. So I'm gonna take the Beauty Blender and just start working that in and covering the darkness. Now I'm gonna go over it with, and really go crazy with the highlight, with the AgeRewind. A lot of people on YouTube use this. I'm not surprised, it's really good. I'm not out, am I? No. And it's kind of nice too, you can just apply directly with the sponge applicator. So I'm gonna go in and just apply this under my eyes pretty liberally. And now back with the Beauty Blender, I'm going to blend it all out for a nice highlighted and well-covered finish. Like the finish on this is, like I said, for a drugstore product, is so good. By the way, did you guys notice I've got nails right now? Like I've got manicured nails. Like I grew them out and I got them done, and I'm kind of going crazy because I can't type or do anything with my hands, but let's see how many more days I'll last before I chop them off. These are my own nails, by the way. I'm like growing them out. All right, now for the contour. Contour products are very hard to find in the drugstore. There just aren't many. There's some like stick forms that have just come out, but the color's just never quite right. So what I like to do is take a foundation that's like 3, maybe 4 shades darker than my complexion and just use that as a contour product, like a cream contour. We're off to a rough start, guys. I'm already talking so much. Try to wrap it up. So I'm using the Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse Foundation in the color Caramel, and I'm actually just gonna go in with my Beauty Blender to apply it. Of course, the usual spots. I'm just gonna do this section by section, so I'll blend as I go. That wasn't by choice, it was just starting to happen, so I'm going with it. So that's just giving me a nice amount of warmth and definition. I'm gonna go into the other side. So of course I want to set this. I'm going to go in with my CoverGirl translucent powder. This stuff is so good. It's kind of like a dupe for like the Laura Mercier translucent powder. It's a really good affordable dupe, especially if you're the type that likes to bake your makeup. It gives you like a really nice finish. So I'm going to go under my eyes. I don't really bake. I haven't really ever done that, but I'm going to go pretty heavy with it. And then just brush away the excess. And now for my blush, I'm going in with one of the True Blend colors by CoverGirl, and this is Light Rose. It's a very pale color. I didn't want to add anything that was too dark that was going to add too much to the contour, so I'm just going to do like a really soft color that has a nice glow to it too. And finally, I do want to add a highlight to this look. So I'm going back to one that I used a while back. This is by number 7, and it's called the Shimmer palette in Caramel. It's such a pretty color, so I'm just going to take a little bit of the whole thing, and I'm just going to lightly sweep that at the high points of my cheekbones and above the arch of my brows. So now for the eyes, I'm going to start with a base first, and I've used this before. This is by Revlon. I used it in a different color a few months back, and I just really liked this sort of taupey shade, and they actually had testers at the drugstore, and I tried it out. It was really pretty. So I'm just going to apply that directly, and then just with my finger, I'm going to blend this out. It's so much harder to do this with long nails. You can't like really get into the inner corners. So already I've got a really good base going, and I'm actually going to do something now that I haven't done in a long time, but this is a really good trick if you want to have like a really nice dark color on your lids and eyeshadow just doesn't do it. Take something like this. This is by NYX. It's their Jumbo Eye Pencil in the color black. So I'm just going to take this and smudge it at the outer part of my lid and into my crease a little bit. And then I'm just going to take like a little dense blending brush and just start blending this out. But this is just going to really give me that nice dark, because sometimes I notice like if I want to get that nice black shadow, no matter how much eyeshadow I use, it just doesn't get dark. So this is a nice way to start with that dark base and then build over it. And if it's not totally even, don't worry about it, because you are going to go over it with eyeshadow, so no biggie. And speaking of eyeshadow, I'm going to go in with this palette right here. It's called The Rock Nudes by Maybelline. I showed you guys the other two palettes that were really pretty too, but I don't use like the icy blues and like this like olivey color too much, so I'm going to go for more cool tones with this look. But the first thing I want to do is sort of just blend a little bit more, so I'm going to go in with this color right here. It's like a really pale shade, and just work that into my brow bone just above my crease. Just a little extra blend action. Next up, I'm just going to go for it and start adding this color here, this electric blue, this sort of like dark cobalt. And I'm going to apply this toward the end, but not all the way to the end, and really blend it into that dark color that I laid down first. All right, I still got some blending to do, but I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna add some more darkness just to the very outer corner, so this matte black right here. All right, so I think I'm gonna do the pink, and I have a shortage of brushes here right now, so whatever, I'm just gonna use the little applicator that comes in the palette. Since I'm just laying down a light shimmery color in the center of my lid, this will work fine. So I'm just gonna go right at the center. Ooh, it almost has like a blue hue to it. And then just blend it outward. This is a very interesting pink, because you put it on and it's almost like a bluish purple. We'll extend a little bit further in, but I don't want it all the way to the inner corner. I kind of just want it to blend toward the inner corner. So I'm going to do a winged liner as well. I'm going to use this one by Rimmel. It is their gel eyeliner in black. This one actually comes with, I probably threw it away already because it was so bad. It comes with its own little liner brush, but it's terrible. Don't use it. If you have an angled liner brush at home, much better idea. So I'm going to start this right at the inner corner here. And then just line my lash line. And then I am going to create a wing here. Nothing too fancy. All right, so now that I've got that liner done, I do want to add a little bit of color to the bottom lash line. So that blue that I use that you don't see too much of, I think I want to add that to my bottom lash line. All right, so I'm gonna go for it and I'm gonna put some falsies on. These are the Wispies by Ardell, but you guys know the drill, glam or not. I'm gonna cut these a little bit shorter. So I'm just going to lower that onto my lash line. Just an extra kick of lash action. And again, just gonna lower that onto my lash line. I always have trouble with this side because I'm left-handed. And for my brows, obviously I'm using the Brow Precise by Maybelline. I've been using this a lot. It's pretty much my go-to now for brows. And finally for the lips, I'm going to use this Soft Matte Lip Cream by NYX. The color is called London. It's one of my favorites, and I think with a look like this, a nice neutral matte lip would be perfect. So I'm just going to apply this directly. These smell so good. They smell like cake batter. How's that possible? And that's it for this all drugstore full glam holiday makeup look. This is obviously more than I normally do, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really like this look, and I kind of wish I were going somewhere right now, but I'm not. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you very soon.